Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Foundry. We did it. We built our Research Lab 3. I believe there's only one more Research Lab in the game at this point, but we'll see as we go. We have to, as I mentioned, I'm a little intimidated about where we're at right now because we've got a lot of work to do in order to get those Science Pack 3s built. It looks like when I place this, they're all kind of getting staggered back like one. Are those two lined up? I guess maybe. No. Yeah, they all kind of staggered by one. Must just be the way the footprint looks when you first go to place it down. But again, as I mentioned in the last episode, I think you can move these and you don't lose any resources. For now, I'm just going to leave them. They look fine. All right. Let's take a look at that science pack recipe one more time, because that is what we need to chase after next. We've unlocked some level 2 pieces of equipment now, but I don't see an urgency to upgrade everything just yet. We'll do it as we go. And I believe as we go, we're going to find out that we're going to come up short on several resources and have to create new production lines and then also maybe beef up and upgrade. Hey, there's our primitive furnace. Have fond memories of using our primitive furnace in the first episode. But I don't think we're going to be using the primitive furnace anymore. Anyway, we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, back to it. Okay, we need electronic components, advanced machinery parts, and ignium fuel rods. And that's its own, the ignium fuel rods are their own production chain that has several components. And then all of this is going to feed into an assembler that is going to build Science Pack 3s. So we need to think about that. Let's just take a look. I think I want to go run over to an assembler and just verify that I could, if I wanted to, set the recipe to a level 3 thing or to these advanced parts, or do I need to have it be a level 2 assembler? I'm just curious. So let's go into this guy's doing machining parts. I'm going to reset the task just temporarily. And let's see. Yeah, okay, so these guys can kick out the advanced stuff. No problem. Looks like I can definitely pick it. Just wanted to check that. So let's put this guy back on machinery parts. He can do his thing. And so I'm thinking we just take it from the top here and come up with a production line for these electronic components. They shouldn't be too bad. They should be pretty easy. But again, we want to think about where do we want the assembler that's going to be kicking these things out. So we've got a couple lines of science packs this way. It makes sense to have another line kind of parallel to these guys. Feeding, I can drill as I talk here. Let's clear out some of this. Probably going to do a lot of this. A lot of land clearing here pretty soon. But I'm thinking long term, we're going to want another belt or another conveyor of Science Pack 3s to feed into the lab over here, just like we're doing for Science Pack 1s and Science Pack 2s. And so there'll be an assembler. It could be, where do we want to put it? It could be anywhere, right? It could be anywhere along here. An assembler for those science packs. And then we work back, and feeding into that assembler, we're going to want production lines for the electronic components and the other stuff that we need. The advanced machinery parts, we've already got a production line of that going. Let's take a look and see, can we use or route these advanced machinery parts that we're already producing, right? I kind of feel like I should be putting these into a logistics container while we're just kind of in between projects here. But let me drop down a block there just to clean up that little hole. Okay, so we've got 200 advanced machinery parts just sitting in there. So these we can feed. I think long term we're probably going to have a splitter. Or we'll have some dumping out into a logistics container, and then some maybe heading off in this direction to feed our production chains for the Science Pack 3s. Let me take a look again at that recipe. Yeah, advanced machinery parts. So those can come out. That's done. Electronic components are going to be really easy. And then the ignium fuel rods. Let's take a look at that. I'm sorry if I'm kind of jumping around here in my thinking. Just kind of thinking out loud to come up with a strategy for all this. The ignium fuel rods take a few things. Powder, ignium ore, obviously, ignium ore, and then we're going to crush it into powder. Then we're going to turn it into, let's see, ignium powder. Oh, now this is kind of strange. So this is showing that the ignium ore going through a crusher turns into powder, but then you take that powder along with technum rods and you crush those together, and I guess you get pellets. So I guess that kind of makes sense. Now this is the most complex production chain we're going to have to build the science packs. It looks like science pack 3s. Okay, what's next again? We got the pellets. The pellets we use with wire coils. Wire coils are pretty easy, right? That's just technum rods. And we need technum rods for these pellets as well. So wire coil, and then we need the fuel rod casing, and that's probably where we need xenoferrite in the form of those advanced machinery parts, and then the steel beams. So there's a lot there. There is a lot here. I almost feel like I could draw this out. Maybe plan it on a piece of paper here before we film, so I can before I record this video, so I can keep it all straight in my head. Wow, there's a lot. Okay, yeah, our steel's coming down here. Steel beams. Those are also being used there. So we could always split off a bit here if we need to. We may need to, that's another thing, we may need to amp up the production, but I'm going to wait till we come up short before I preemptively amp up the production on any of this stuff, really, because we'll just get distracted forever. And that won't be too fun to watch, I'm guessing. So yeah, we can route our advanced machine parts kind of out this way. We'll route the steel beams out this way. I should be drilling as I'm talking here. So we'll route all that stuff out. And then I'm just thinking, should we go after the complicated production chain first and get that going? I'm thinking we're going to build out this way, kind of out in this direction where I'm looking for our Science Pack 3 production. We come out this way. Let's see. Maybe we go for the complicated stuff first. Let me go back to that recipe. Sorry if this is taking time, but I got to think this one through. Ignium ore and ignium powder. And then we got technum rods. We're going to need to join up with technum rods. So maybe we can grind up this powder over by one of the ignium mines. Let's take a look at the map. We've got ignium over there. We've got a tiny bit over here. We could, that we're not using yet, but I think that's on top of a mountain. This gray stuff. I think that's a mountain, but we could grind some powder up there and send it over this way. Let's see. Oh, these are our labs. So I said we were going to do the production over this way. Let's see. Oh, we got the oil stuff there. Oh, we don't have anything over here. That's right. We haven't really done any construction over here. We could go check it out for fun. There's also some ignium ore over here. Go back to the crafting menu and just see again what we're going to combine. We need technum rods with the ignium powder, and that would get us the pellets. And we could just send the pellets in. So where is technum rods? Let's take a look at the map again. Let's see. We've got xenoferrite over there. Do we have any technum close by? I don't see it on the, oh, wait a second. There's some here. Well, we've got some close by. but it might be interesting. I think there's some over here somewhere, right? Or am I mistaken? There it is. So we could use that. That's close. The other thing I'm thinking of doing is we could kind of go out here to this mine, bring the technum, bring a new supply of technum rods up this way, and then set up an ignium ore mining outpost here, crush that into ignium ore powder, and then crush those together with the technum rods somewhere over down this region, and then send in those pellets. We'll send in those pellets this way. I don't know, somehow across the map this way. And that would take care of some of that production. Let's go back to the crafting menu. See what I'm saying? So, yeah, we could crush the ignium into powder and then combine it with technum rods somewhere in between those two mining outposts. Those would both be new mining outposts, so a lot more work. And then we could send those enriched ignium pellets over to, let's see. Yeah, somewhere where we can build the fuel rods. And this guy, the advanced machinery parts, that's all about xenoferrite. We've already got that. And then steel beams. So this will be pretty easy. This component, the fuel rod casing, is going to be pretty easy. We have all of that production already set up. We just need to slap down another assembler and route in some advanced machinery parts, maybe with a splitter, or what do they call it? Distributor or something, and take a portion of each of those and start spitting out fuel rod casings. And then if we did what I just discussed, we set up 2 new mining outposts, then we could pump in and we could conveyor in some ignium pellets, join up with the fuel rod casings, which are going to be easy. And then what we would need here is just a wire coil plant. What does that need? Technum rods? Oh, that's a long haul. That's a long haul. If I'm just thinking, if we could do the technum rods at that new outpost as well. Yeah, we're going to have to do it anyway, right? So if we build up technum rods, we could send wire coils along too. It's kind of a long haul. So let me just recap what I'm thinking here for you. I'll bring up the map. So this is a journey because this is far. This stuff is far away. Let's see. I'll tell you what I'm thinking, and then we'll look at the map and see if there's a better location. But some of this exploring might be kind of fun. And I can do some of the dirty work off camera, and we can do leverage some jump cuts and all that kind of stuff. But what I was thinking of doing is we've got technum here. We can use this to build technum rods, and I believe we can use this to build the wire, right? Let me bring up the craft menu again. Yeah, all that takes is technum rods. So we can get our wire, and we can get technum rods going. So the wire will be used at the very final stage of building these fuel rods. And then we'll use technum rods also combined with the ignium to build the ignium pellets. And I'm thinking of getting the ignium from this mine we have not explored yet. Now, that might be underground. We haven't done that yet. And I know we can do some level of mining underground. So we could go check that out and scope out that site. So that's the other option, or that's one option. Technum ore and ignium ore. They're not super close together. We could try and maximize our existing mines here. That might make some sense. It might not be quite as much fun, though, actually. I kind of want to go for a little bit of I kind of want to go for a challenge. So we've got the other option. We've got technum ore here, and we've got ignium ore here. And just the shape of these, it makes me think they're probably on the surface. So we could do our ignium here and grind it up and send the powder down and hook up here, make some technum rods, make some wire, and make the pellets, and then come out this way. We could do that too. And actually, that might make a little more sense because here's our research lab 3 where we're going to feed all this stuff in. So maybe we do it this way. And these are both going to be, we're going to have to set up mining outposts here with solar arrays and all that stuff, all that jazz, and a bunch of conveyors. But that might make a little more sense to feed into our little chain of research labs here. And then we have to do the other components. Let's do crafting menu. Hopefully I'm not losing you with this kind of rambling discussion. But what we just discussed, that'll get us the ignium fuel rods. And then what we'll need is the electronic components, which are probably a piece of cake, right? That's just more technum rods and wire. That's all about technum, right? It's all about technum. In fact, we could do that on our next, we could do that at our new technum mine and just send these guys along too, or alongside that same conveyor. That's going to bring the fuel rods. And we've got the advanced machinery parts. We already have those kind of locally available. We'll just have to route some conveyors around. So let's do it. Let's get started. Let me shut off the tablet here. Let's see. I now forgot how to do it. Where is that guy? V. All right. So it's time to go on our journey. Before we do, and I wish this was a live stream because I could ask you guys this question and we could interact. But I'm wondering if we should start banking these guys up, right? This advanced machinery parts. I wonder if we should put a little logistical storage over here, even if it's just temporary. Let's do that real quick. It's nice to have a supply because we're going to be out and about doing stuff, setting up those remote mining outposts. We're running just a ton of conveyors. And so while we're doing all that work, and some of it, maybe I'll do some of it off camera, because we're probably going to have to clear off some land like we did before. But while we're doing all that, we can have some logistics containers storing up some of this existing production. And that will kind of put off a little bit how soon we need to upgrade everything. So we'll have a little bit of a starting cache of supplies. So let's do that. I'm just going to clear this out. And we'll drop a logistics container, probably just a level 1. I don't know that we need a level 2. Whoops. Clear that off in a minute here. Let me just get this placed. Boom. Demolition mode, so long. And then let's put let's see, loaders. Do I have many on me? I do. That's good. We'll pop that guy down. And we probably have to craft a logistics container. Let me just check inventory. I do not have one. I can get rid of this stone though. And I can get rid of some dirt while I'm in here. Destroy. And we need to craft, a logistics container. So let's get out of that. Craft. I think just level 1 is enough. These hold quite a bit. Level 2 probably holds a ton, but let's do level 1 for now. And again, this is just temporary. This is just to hey, let's not waste the production we've got going or have things stop. Let's have everything churning out while we're doing this construction, because I think it's going to take a while. So we may even be able to fill up on advanced machinery parts. All right, back to the backpack. Let's go ahead and place this container. Anywhere is fine. I'll get it a little bit out of the way. Boom. We will pop a belt. Actually, I want to move this one more over. Just OCD. So let's place that guy right here. I think that's where I wanted it. I get my belt selected. Let's pop that guy here. Conveyors. 5. Doop. Route it that way. And let's make sure that's an intake. And this guy is an output. All right. So now we're not wasting advanced machinery parts, or at least our production of them. Interesting that doesn't have a description, huh? That's them. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so that didn't take any time. I think that's worth doing, right? Keep this production going. And then, and then this will fill up too, hopefully with steel beams. And eventually we're going to have to clear this out. But for now, let's just have it doing it. So we want to make a journey out to our first new mining site. Let's take a look at the map again. I guess I'm kind of thinking oh, wait, there's more technum right there. I didn't see that the first time. So we could do everything we want right here. Just leverage this and just pump out the 2 things, the 2 components. We could set up a little factory here. I kind of like that idea because these guys are right next to each other and we need them next to each other for this. Back to the craft menu so I can explain what I'm talking about. But we could send just about everything down with the exception of the advanced machinery parts. But we could have one conveyor of electronic components coming down and one conveyor of ignium fuel rods coming down, all from a single factory out here by these two resources. The other option was to take this guy and route it over here and set up a factory kind of outside this techno mine. Let's go for the gold, even though it's way out there. Let's go for the gold and let's go scope it out. Again, I'm probably going to have to clear out land between episodes. Not a big deal. But let's at least take some solar panels and batteries and a transformer with us. And maybe clear out some inventory I don't need. Like this biomass can go. Let's drop that or to destroy it. I'll keep a little bit of dirt on me. What else can go? This xenoferrite ore can go. Just trying to make a little bit of room. These conveyors can stack a little bit more, I suppose. These guys can stack. And I just want to get some solar panels and stuff and make sure we've got a decent supply of materials before we head out. Railings, we've got. And then hopefully once we get the Science Pack 3s going, one of the things we can do is upgrade the inventory and get ourselves another row of space here. That will be cool. So back to it. Let's see. Can I get some solar panels going? Boy, we probably need we're going to need a ton, right? Fortunately, I don't think we're going to be running a blast furnace out there unless I'm mistaken. All right, where are my solars? Here we go. Well, we need a bunch of these. Let's do 10 to get us started. Transformers, I'm short on what? Electronic components. Is that right? Technum rods. I'm burning through my Technum rods. So let's go get some of those. We'll just get ourselves provisioned up here. And yeah, again, as I mentioned in the last episode, there's had a little bit of a gap between the last episode and the one prior to that. And so I'm a tiny bit rusty, actually, after a short period of time. So bear with me. Here's what I'm looking for. So let's grab some of these guys. And let's see if we can get, let's see. Our solar panels are going. We're fine there. Let's see if we can get a transformer or two built. I know in the comments, some people pointed out that I use too many transformers, and it's true. These guys, if we look over here, they will supply five, I think it was 5. Let me just see, 5 megajoules from the high voltage network down to the low voltage network. And so if we look here, I've got 3 transformers, so I can pump 15 megajoules down into the low voltage network. And let's see what this is showing. Batteries are storing a ton. Yeah, and it comes through the batteries. But our consumption, if I look at all of our consumption on this particular grid, and it's pretty big, it's only spiking at like 1.5, right? There it goes, one megajoule. So we've got the ability to pump 15 down. So it's overkill. I've got way too many transformers. Maybe something that they balance out later. I kind of like the way they look. I don't know, something about it. It's like an extra part of the solar array that I think looks kind of neat. And they're not very expensive, so that's why I'm putting down extra ones. But yeah, it is overkill for sure. So let's go ahead and craft 20 of those. No, we'll just grab a couple. Boom, boom. And lastly, we're going to need some batteries. Where are those? Here we go. I wonder if there's bigger batteries coming. Because this says batteries small. I didn't see larger batteries. And then we haven't done a combustion generator yet either. Anyway, let's grab at least 5 batteries, right? We're going to need more. So yeah, I used up all my Technum rods. Let's go grab some more of those. And again, we're just kind of stocking up for the journey out to our new, what's going to be our new mining outpost here. I think I can just shift click these guys. Boom, I'll grab some more. And I probably want more building blocks too. But let's craft up the rest of the batteries. How many do I have? I've got 5. I'm going to have 5 here once that guy completes. I think we want at least 10. We're going to want power poles as well. I've only got 1. Let's grab some more of those. And for those, I need xenoferrite plates. So let's head over to where we have some extra xenoferrite plates. So I know in like Factorio, a lot of people set up what they call a mall. And that's a place where you can just pick up all the, you route a bunch of your supply over to a central location. And then when you're doing the handcrafting, kind of like the stuff like I'm doing now, or you need resources, you just go to one central place and you can get everything you need. So we're kind of running around to several locations to pick the stuff up. Let me know in the comments if when you're playing these kind of games, if you set up a mall or if you just kind of do it like I'm doing, or you do it like I'm doing until it gets to be too painful and then you set up a mall. But right now, I'm kind of in that third category. If I do it till it's too painful, and then I'll try and maybe set up a central place to gather all these resources. So let's go back to our craft menu and get some poles, power poles. I'm going to grab 15 of these, actually. And that should be enough to get us going. And then I want building blocks. And I think, is this all building blocks here? I got to get up here. We need a stairway up here. So we're a little overdue for aesthetics episode, but wait and see. What do I got? I got belts here. I can just take some of these, right? I could use them. Let's take conveyors, rather. Sorry. I call them belts. I don't really need machinery parts. I thought we had building blocks up here, and I could be mistaken. They might be down a level. We've got xenoferrite plates. Do I need any of those? Let me look at my inventory. No, I got plenty of those. I can craft some building blocks, but I know we have them somewhere. I think they're down here. Let's take a quick look. Those are science packs coming out. Those are rods going in. I thought we had some down here. Is this it? Science pack 1s. Whoops. Science pack 2s. Building blocks. Let's take some of these. Well, I swear we have a storage of these somewhere. So you guys probably know, but I have forgotten. Where are those? We have them stocked up. Is this it? Nope, that's more conveyors. I could grab some of those. Our inventory's getting a little full. Now we'll come back if we need them. I could have sworn I had these stored somewhere, but you can let me know in the comments what I'm forgetting. Then we don't usually go in here, do we? What's in here? Just some leftover level 2 stuff and some dirt I shoved in there back when I thought we might need it later. We don't need it. All right. That might be enough. Let's just take a look at our inventory one more time. We've got 428 building blocks. That's probably enough to get us going. Yeah, that's good. Let's head out to the site, and then we'll call it an episode. We'll grab the map. We're going to go pretty far. We're going to go pretty far. So I'm heading in the right direction. Wow. Let's go check out the site. We're going to need lots of, we're going to need more solar panel. We're going to have to make a couple trips because we're going to be powering 2 mining sites, probably in one giant factory over here. But I think that's going to be kind of fun. Let's look at the map, make sure I'm pointed in the right direction. So we're heading straight out this way. Cool. And then we'll see what kind of terrain that we've got to deal with to route all this stuff. But man, if we do it way out here, we're going to be able to pipe in 2 of the 3 components for the science packs. So that should be pretty cool. We've got a little bit of a desert biome over here. We're coming through. we're coming up on the end of the episode. I'm just going to make it out to the mining site. So if you don't want to see this trek, you could probably skip ahead to the next episode. But I kind of want to go see it. And I don't really want to do a fast forward here unless this gets to be an enormous journey. We're already about a third of the way there. So yeah, in the comments, boy, we're pretty far along. Yeah, like I said, I record these a little bit in advance. So, I'm running an early version of the game. You can check the version number in the description. I've got it pasted there. And once there is a new version approved, it's kind of gotten through its little testing phase. And we've taken this build as far as we can get it. If there's enough new features, we'll start another series with a new build. I know one feature I'm looking forward to that's in the experimental build now is, timely enough, the ability to automatically climb a single block. So you don't have to hit the jump key every time. So that will be welcome. Okay, we need to shift our direction a little bit this way. So that'll be cool. Another one that you can do is, you know how you can place the building blocks and you can just click once and then drag and open up a space and create a platform. Oh, check that out. I think that is the equivalent of oil in this game. Or is this just stone? What is this? Maybe this is just, no, that's just stone. I thought that was the oleum. All right. So maybe I shouldn't jump down here. Anyway, the other thing is you can place dirt blocks just like you can the building blocks in the next version of the game. Let me just check the map. I'm getting closer. Looks like we might be up this hill. I think I saw, no, that's more stone. There's our ore. Nice. Nice. And I can always hit the V key to verify. That's our ignium. So we've got some space out here. We're going to have to do a little bit of leveling, but we can do it with building blocks. We need to get a nice, good solar array up here. Sun's heading down. Let's take a look at the map and see where our technum is. It's close by. So we're going to have a pretty sweet... Oh, look at that. It's super, super, super close. Couldn't get the word out. Super close by. Nice. We'll grab these nodes. And yeah, next episode, we'll get to building our an initial solar, and maybe we'll just target, maybe we'll start with the ignium and we'll have them share a power array, but we'll start with the ignium, get that going, build a crusher for the first time, and then we will expand and do the technum. And then we'll use both those products again to build those pellets that we need to build. Cool. I like it. This is awesome. This is, I think this is going to be more fun than just building it in local to our primary factory. If we set up another outpost out here. Very cool. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me in this episode and in this series. It's an awesome game. I'm enjoying it. I hope you're enjoying the content. We will next episode start building this outpost. We'll get this. It's going to take a while. It's probably going to take a few episodes to really get this thing fully operational. Our new new factory out in this way. And to get us 2 of those 3 components for the Science Pack 3s. So that we will pick up in the next episode. A few episodes down the road, we are going to break for an aesthetic one. I'll probably publish that in parallel with the one that we're doing the normal building, because I know not everybody likes watching that. But I think it's cool to have the lights and stuff and kind of make it look a little nicer with stairs and walkways and things. So we'll do that a few episodes from now. But for next episode, we're going to focus on building our new double mining outpost here. So for now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.